Guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, or the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now today, it is Monday, the 19th of May, 2025. It was a very interesting morning, to say the least, with Bitcoin going parabolic, soaring just above 107,000 US dollars today. Going to look into what exactly happened with that. XRP futures now go live on the CME, which is very, very nice. That is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So that happens tonight at market open. Very, very nice to see that. We do have some updates about Ripple. They're expanding in the UAE, which is very, very bullish. Coinbase just copped a lawsuit as well for biometric privacy laws breach, which is interesting. I'm still waiting for these 70 crypto ETFs as well from Paul Atkins for Paul to approve these. Bitcoin bulls should be careful with longs. There could be a correction here. We're going to look into that as well. The UK, United Kingdom, is going to be requiring all crypto firms to report all customer transactions. And of course, that has to happen in Australia as well. I'm well and truly versed in that now, of course, with Earn Curve. And again, we're going to go over the reasons, like I just mentioned, with Bitcoin rising today. JP Morgan put out a very interesting report. So we're going to have a look at that, guys. Anyway, let's get into the video. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are new, smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification, because as you can see right here, I love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom. And of course, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along in this incredible journey. Things are getting very interesting in this space. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through, would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. So make sure you give it a thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. It's down there. Thank you very much. You rock. Also, a little disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I don't want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is what my number one golden rule is. I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yet we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto and, of course, any other investment. So be careful out there, all right? Now, formalities are out of the way. Let's go to the community tab, which I like to do all the freaking time. So the top altcoins in my portfolio before the crash that happened, again, late morning, early afternoon here in Australia. We had Superfarm that was up, Reef, I'm bullish on, Quant, part of my banking coin list, and Doge. And yes, Earn Curve, guys, I'm working flat out on this. I've got meetings all week. So yes, the registration did come through last week, which is absolutely incredible. It took around about 8 months in total to get to that point. So it's freaking amazing. But yeah, now the game plan is literally to get things up and moving and running. So I did put up in the community tab, first mission, of course, get Earn Curve live and trading. I haven't stopped grinding, and that is the freaking truth. I'm absolutely exhausted. A lot of coffee, espresso for sure. And I'm just getting started. Join the wait list, guys. I'm trying to get this as quick as possible. There's a lot to do, as you can probably appreciate. There's a lot of regulatory compliance. There's a lot of back-end infrastructure that has to be built and developed. That is a mammoth task. Launching that, there's just a lot to get through to get this live and trading. So I'm working on it. It's freaking exciting. And again, I'm going up against the big competition in Australia. And of course, I'm very excited about that. So again, I just want to say I'm very appreciative of all of you that have believed in my vision and have helped me along the way. Those of you that have signed up to the waitlist as well, I really appreciate all of you. And I'm working it out. And the main priority for me is to be very competitive with my competition in Australia, put it that way. All right. So working on that, doing a lot of due diligence, and of course, also integrations with some potential spot trading software as well, because again, it's primarily the spot trading market. That's what's been approved. So, and registered, I should say. So leave it with me. It's freaking exciting. Go join up on the waitlist, Earn Curve Invest. We're going to have a look as well. I did change the logo today, so I'm freaking bullish on that. Now, Sui this one happened yesterday, and I did do a YouTube short about it. But Sui just hit a massive milestone, $1 billion in stablecoin supply on the Sui network. This surge in DeFi liquidity could send the price skyrocketing. Keep an eye on Sui. Now, the global money supply right here, there is a very close correlation between the money supply and Bitcoin's price. All right. So again, we're looking like we may have a correction here along the line. As you can see, Bitcoin is in the red right there on the screen. Let me just zoom in there for you. So it's moving up very, very slowly. And there's, in my opinion, and again, it's just my opinion, I'm putting it out there, we could see Bitcoin hit easily 150, 160,000 US dollars, I should say, by the end of the year. So there's a lot of noise out there at the moment. There's a lot of macro stuff going on. There's a lot going on in the world. There's freaking chaos everywhere, but you have to remain focused and look long term. That is my goal, and of course my main focus, and utility cryptocurrencies, I should say. Now, I did put up in the community tab, I forgot to mention the coins on EarnCurve as well. That is a big thing. Of course, I'm going to be avoiding anything that is absolute rubbish and trash. This is going to be a real exchange that I'm primarily focused on cryptocurrencies with real world assets, okay? A real world utility, I should say. So, of course, Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, Sui, coins that are, definitely gone through the legal hurdles for the ETF application. So we'll have a look at those as well. Stick with me on this. Paul Atkins has acknowledged the settlement request, which obviously was resubmitted by Ripple. And the SEC, by the end of the day, May 16th, which was last week, he also confirmed that all necessary steps will be expedited and we expect a swift resolution. That has gone back to Torres. And of course, both the SEC now and Ripple have to go back to court and discuss the settlement as well. So I'm sure that will be resolved. I'm not even concerned about that. Moving on, let's go to Coin Market Cap today. It's been a very interesting day, to say the least. 24 hours, Bitcoin was going, and I should say the total market cap was pumping, 3.37 trillion this morning. I woke up and Bitcoin was like 106.5, and 107,000 US dollars. It was pretty incredible to see that, and it's just dropped off. Now, normally I'm just saying that Monday mornings, Sunday evenings is when the market is pretty low, because everyone, of course, around the world is sleeping, enjoying their weekend. And of course, Monday morning is when I like to dollar cost average, because the market is quiet. So there you go. And also, guys, moving to the ETFs as well, 260.2 million in ETF inflow. Ethereum's at 22.2 million as well. So Bitcoin ETFs are still remaining quite strong. Market dominance for Bitcoin is 63.03%, and Ethereum's gone up to 8.92%. And again, I cannot wait for this to be flipped by Ethereum. That is just my opinion. Coming over to my watch list, and again, Bitcoin's sitting at 103,210, and again, it has dropped off from that 107,000 high. Ethereum's at 2,400. We have XRP at $2.30 USD, down 3.8%. Solana's $161, down 5.7%. Dogecoin 21 cents. Cardano's at 72 cents right now, down 5.2. They're all basically down 5%. Hedera sitting at 18 cents. Litecoin $95. XDC at 7 cents. It is down 2%. I'm very bullish on XDC, and Quant 90.3 US dollars as well. And that has been very quiet, I should say, as well. Now, moving on, let's get to, of course, EarnCurve. As you can see, I had to change that to a bull because, of course, we're all bullish, right? So I did change that today. It's very, very cool. I love it. Moving down, of course, yes, you can see the update on the website, the registered registration, which took place last week, which is freaking awesome. You can go and sign up. Here's just a draft, and I should say an example of basically a buy, swap, sell, exchange. You can put your first name, last name, email, phone number on here, guys. Make sure you sign up. Of course, starting in Australia on the spot crypto market, they're moving overseas. That is the goal. There will be licenses required in both the United States, or I should say the UAE, Asia Pacific region, Europe, South Africa, and South America as well. It's a big job. It's a mammoth job, but getting things moving in Australia is my number one priority, okay? So go sign up to this. And of course, if you wish to donate, please feel free to do that. If you can't, or you just don't want to, that's totally cool as well. Now, and yes, I should say the dividend investing, money never sleeps. This is my dividend strategy and my investing book. for long-term growth and passive income. I have written this, I've been doing this for years, and it is helping me support my life. This is completely separate, I should say, from cryptocurrency investing, all right? Just keeping that very clear. But this is something you can do on the side of cryptocurrencies. For me, I believe cryptocurrencies will expedite this growth for dividend investing, okay? So generating passive income while you sleep. Go get a copy of it. It's at the Wall Street Bull official. I'll link it below. Having a look at this now, XRP futures. Now, this is the big news today, but it goes live on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange at market open. And again, XRP futures contracts on Monday, making a significant milestone for Ripple's native token. That is incredible. A potential bullish catalyst for the downtrodden XRP crypto price on Monday's open. This move introduces XRP into the realm of regulated crypto derivatives, providing institutional investors with new avenues for exposure and hedging strategies. The upcoming futures contracts will be cash settled based on the CME CFXRP-dollar reference rate. 2 contract sizes will be available, a standard contract size representing 50,000 XRP and a micro contract representing 2,500 XRP. Trading will commence on CME's electronic trading platform, CME GlobalX, and will be available clearing via CME Clearport right now. And this development follows the CME's recent expansion into the altcoin futures, including Solana, and reflects the growing institutional interest in diversifying crypto assets. Now, launching XRP futures is anticipated to enhance liquidity and price discovery for XRP, which is really nice to see that. Could we see it actually go up in value? This is just the beginning because there are still 70 ETF applications on Paul Atkins' desk. We are waiting for approval, but that is very nice to see that with XRP. And Ripple also expanding the blockchain-enabled payments in the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, with Zed Bank and Mamo, which is nice. And Ripple, the leader in digital asset infrastructure for financial institutions, has announced Zand Bank and Mamo as its first blockchain-enabled payments clients in the UAE, which is nice. The milestone follows Ripple's recent licensing by the Dubai Financial Services Authority, which marks Ripple's as the first blockchain-enabled payments provider licensed in the region. We all require licenses. This is very, very nice to see that. Now, this one I saw just today, or I should say this evening, but lawsuit against Coinbase for biometric privacy violations in Illinois. A group of users has filed a class action lawsuit against Coinbase, claiming that the identity verification checks violate the state's biometric privacy law. And according to the plaintiffs, in the lawsuit filed on May 13th in a federal court, Coinbase's indiscriminate collection of facial biometric data, Know Your Customer KYC, requirements breaches Illinois' Biometric Information Privacy, or BIPA. The group argued that the exchange failed to notify users in writing about the collection, storage, and sharing of their biometric data, and as well as the purpose of retention schedule for such data. Coinbase does not publicly provide retention schedule or guidelines for permanently destroying the plaintiff's biometric identifiers. This is interesting, and the complaint claims that Coinbase requires users to verify their identity by uploading government-issued ID and selfie. That is the law, and it's the same with EarnCurve. It has to happen. I mean, this is what has to happen, guys. And the process captures biometric identifiers without the user's informed written consent, thus violating BIPA according to the lawsuit. I don't understand. Like, come on, you're using cryptocurrency exchanges. Of course, it's part of their law. Coinbase would have to provide that to the government authorities to make sure that nobody's doing anything bad or illegal. This is what has to happen, all right? It's just part of the game, guys, but I don't understand why they're suing them for. Come on. Anyway, Bitcoin bulls should be careful with their longs. Bitcoin price risks 100K breakdown. I don't know about this, but it is currently sitting at 103,191. I'm just checking on my watch. As you can see, it's in the red. There you go, keeping a close eye on that. Now, UK firms, this is an interesting one. As of 1st of January 2026, UK crypto companies will be required to collect and report customer transaction data as part of the efforts to improve crypto tax reporting. The UK government announced on May 14th. This includes collecting details such as user's full name, address, tax ID number for each transaction, as well as the type of crypto and the amount. And of course, I suspect that's going to be happening, and it already is happening with the ATO here in Australia. Now, the reason why Bitcoin most likely went up today, JP Morgan said this. Now, between February and mid-April, gold was rising at an expense of Bitcoin, while of the past 3 weeks, we have been observing the opposite, i.e. Bitcoin rising at the expense of gold. JP Morgan's analyst, led by Managing Director Nicholas. I'm not going to even pronounce his last name. Forgive me. But in all, we expect the year-to-date zero-sum gain between gold and Bitcoin to extend to the remainder of the year. But we are biased towards crypto-specific catalysts, creating more upside for Bitcoin over gold in the second half of the year. So there you go. That's very, very nice to see that. Coming over to CryptoMeter.io, we've got money going into Sui, Say. Love those coins. We have Doge. We have, what else we got here, guys? Ondo. And, of course, Solana, which is an interesting one as well. Moving on, let's get to X. By the way, my 3 commas bots are working. They are trading for me. I'm just letting them do their thing. Thank you to those 8,990 people that have subscribed to me on X. And if you haven't gone to do so already, go follow the Earn Curve page as well. Thank you to those 361 people. You guys freaking rock. So that's awesome. Very, very nice. There it is right there. Go join that. Now, moving on, let's have a quick look and see what's going on X. It's pretty quiet today, other than liquidations. And yes, as you can see, the CME have announced the XRP futures. There was $675 million liquidated from the crypto market in 24 hours. Be careful with leverage because this does happen when there's massive market movements. Ripple payments momentum is building in the UAE, which is really cool to see that. Bitcoin records highest weekly close in history, which is very, very nice. Moving on, let's have a quick listen to Michael Saylor.
An industry that's growing from 2 trillion to 200 trillion. You know, when Bitcoin is a $200 trillion asset, what is it? Okay, well, it's still going to be smaller than equity and real estate and bonds. It's just going to be noticeable. It's the emerging global monetary asset. It is digital gold. It is 10 times better than gold. Maybe 100.
There you go. Thank you. Bitcoin news for that one as well. And yes, these were the prices in Australian dollars, I should say. This morning, we had $160,000 Bitcoin, $4,000 Ethereum. XRP was $3.95. BNB, $1,014. Solana was $270, Australian, I should say. Doge was at 35 cents and Cardano was $1.23. And of course, every time Michael Saylor posts one of these, there is a Bitcoin purchase. So again, dollar cost averaging at its finest. Kathy Woods, she's incredible. I think we need more women in this space for sure. There's not enough. It's very testosterone driven, I'm being honest, but have a listen to what she says.
Range. The bull case in the $1.5 million range. David Puel, our analyst and our on-chain analyst, put that piece out recently, and you can see the building blocks, how much share we expect Bitcoin to either take from gold or grow that store of value market. Institutions moving in, and they've barely moved in. We have 1 million more coins, roughly, to be minted ever, and institutions are just testing the waters right now. And then there's the emerging market use case as well. So we think we have miles to go. Yes.
It's very early days, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Make sure you go join EarnCurve's waitlist, earncurveinvest.com. Thank you very much to those of you that have. And of course, go get yourself a copy of Money Never Sleeps, my dividend book. All right, take care, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon and good morning. If it's morning, have a double shot espresso. Peace out, guys. Bye.